Hi everyone, it's Abby. We just got back from a great trip down in San Antonio, Texas. We were there for a work trip for me, but of course I got to bring the family, which was great. Part of the trip, we got to spend the weekend with a friend who came down. You might recognize her from the Amsterdam video. Her name's Delise. We got to take a really fun boat trip through the Riverwalk with Go Rio Boat Tours. And the video is filmed from a GoPro at the front of the boat, and it was a great way to see the city, take a little break, rest our feet, and so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Also, if you stick around to the end, you'll see an appearance from Olive, who's the newest member of the American Abbey team.
One of the boat captain for today. We're gonna be spending about 30 minutes together. It depends on the weather and the traffic report. By the time we're done with this boat tour, we're gonna be coming back to this same exact location. I gotta go over some safety rules and regulations before we get started. Please, everybody remain seated at all times. We're gonna be going underneath a lot of low-hanging bridges. Do not turn and reach over and touch them with your hands. Some of them have sharp edges. I wouldn't want anybody cutting their beautiful little fingers. Keep everything inside the boat railing. That means arms, legs, heads, children. Are those brand new iPhones 27? Whatever number iPhones they are now these days, keep them inside the boat railing. If you guys drop those $2,000 cell phones inside the river, you guys are not gonna get them back. No smoking or vaping allowed on boat tour or river level. If they see you smoking or vaping, it's a $300 fine. Let's save that money for some margaritas instead. Life jackets, yes, I have some underneath these hatches over here. If you happen to fall inside the water, do not panic. Just stand up and walk yourself out of the river. It's only 2 to 5 feet deep. Only one small area is a lot deeper than that. I'm going to point at that area as soon as we get there. Let's talk about the section right in front of us. This is called La Villita. La Villita in English means little village. This is the oldest neighborhood here in San Antonio. It was established in the year 1722. What happened was Spanish soldiers who were stationed at the Alamo, they settled on this area, and that's how the neighborhood got started. If you guys were to go behind the walls at the top of the stairs, they still have some of the original homes that were here 303 years ago. A couple of shops upstairs, a couple of restaurants, some art galleries, all kinds of cool stuff. Section down below, that's the Anderson River Theater, established in the year 1941, capacity for 800 people. They got concerts over here, all kinds of different events. If you guys look to the right hand side, that's the stage. Are you guys familiar with the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock? If you guys remember the movie, there was a part in that movie where Miss Sandra Bullock was doing a bikini competition. She was in this very same exact stage. Wow. I still remember like it was yesterday. I have actually never seen the movie before. But I'm not making that up. That did happen top of the stage. I don't know if there ever be a day where I wake up and be like, you know what? Today seems like a great day to watch Miss Congeniality. A statue in front of us of the bulls with the cowboy sitting on the back of the horse. It looks like a scene from the Wild Wild West. Building right behind it, that's the Briscoe Western Art Museum. Opened their doors back in the year 2013. This building has been here since the year 1930. Back in those years, this building used to be the public library.
So Western, can you see where we're going? Western right here, okay?
Just a friendly reminder, everybody please remain seated. That bridge in front of us, it's very, very low. And I need to make sure to align this boat to go right in the center of this opening so nobody hits their head. So a couple of weeks ago, I had the national basketball team. They came on the boat through with me. Right before we were about to go underneath this bridge, I had to tell all those guys to lay down. Underneath these bridges where most people get free haircuts. Who wants one? You guys see the black table right in front of us? That's Father Massanet table. It was gifted to us in the year 1991 by a local artist. That That time we're sitting on top of an island. Name of this island, Marriage Island. Over 300 couples get married in this island per year. If you guys were to look at this island from above, the roots of this cypress tree make this island look like it's in the shape of a heart. If you guys would have been here during Valentine's Day, there was a crazy long line of couples trying to get on top of this island, either to get married or to propose.
Hi, Max. You guys stay right here.
I was at the end of the line. I told my girl, this line is too long. I was like, let's go sit at the bar instead. I didn't want to miss happy hours. But I don't know why she hasn't called me or texted me back ever since. She's been acting toxic. I'm confused. This section we are on right now, back in the years 1800s, it was known as Mills Crossing. I tell you why. There used to be a grinding mill here on my right hand side, and this part of the river used to be only 1 foot deep. So people with horses and carriages would to cross this part of the river so they could get to the grinding mill. Because of that reason, it was known as Mills Crossing. Wow, so amazing.
Yeah.
How about this big beautiful building on my left hand side with a big beautiful flag all the way at the top of the building? That's the Tower Life building. It was built back in the year 1929 by the Smith Young Brothers. Cost them $3 million to build this tower. $3 million. Do you guys see the tiny little things sticking at the top of the building? Those things are called gargoyles. When it rains, water comes out of their mouth. The Smith Young Brothers were very, very superstitious. If you guys look at the lower portion of the building, just right above the tree line, you guys are going to see some ugly looking faces. Those things are called grotesque. The reason why they put these ugly looking faces there is because supposedly they were of evil spirits and bad business. But they did not work. The same year, they completed this tower in 1929. That's when the stock market crashed. That was the beginning of the Great Depression. 3 years later, Smith Young Brothers had to sell this entire building for only $300,000. This entire building's been sitting empty for a very long time now. But sometime this year, they're going to start building apartments inside there. If you guys are looking to move to the River Carry, apartments will be available for rent. And if you guys leave your windows open, you guys are going to get to hear me every single day.
Sorry about that.
Building in front of us, that's the Bejar County Courthouse, oldest continuously operating courthouse in the state of Texas. It was built back in the year 1897. But if you guys give me a favor, everybody look over here, everybody look at this way. It's a different angle to look at the tower we were just talking about. Some people said it looks like a giant boat. I can kind of see that just a little bit. Some other people said it looks just like a Titanic. Some of those people that said it looks like a Titanic, some of them even say they stay quiet long enough right about this area, they say they can even hear the horse of the Titanic. Now I know they have completely lost it. Only crazy people can hear that. You guys see the markings on this little box over here? There's a floodgate that sits underneath of us right now. When we're having some heavy rain, it should be 2 floodgates that will close. This is one of them. These 2 floodgates are the ones that keep this area that we've been on away from flooding. Section we just entered right now, this is the deepest part of the river. This is the flood channel, 24 feet deep. I thought you guys worry about it. I told you guys earlier we had life jackets in this boat. What I did forgot to tell you, it's I only have 2. And one of them is mine. Back in the year 1921, we had a really bad flood here at the Danton area. Water rise 10 feet above the bridge in front of us, killed over 50 people, and it cost millions of dollars in damages. Then along came an architect with the name of Robert Hockman. He is the one who designed the flood channel and the floodgate system. Everything was finally completed in the year 1941 at a cost of only $430,000. If you guys look at the bridge behind me, on top of the bridge, you guys are going to see some shiny looking things. Those things are locks. They call the bridge the Lovelock Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. So what happens is couples get a lock. They put their initials on the back of the lock. They put the lock on top of the bridge, and then they toss the kid on the river. Supposedly when they do that, it locks their love for 8 days. But if you're not too sure about your situation, they also have combination locks. This is what I'm about to talk to you guys about right now. It's a little hard to see from the river. Do not expect to see much of it from here. I'm still going to tell you where it's located just in case you guys want to come check it out later today. This is going to be the San Fernando Cathedral. This is the oldest cathedral in the state of Texas. It was established in the year 1731. Almost 300 years old. The cathedral is still open to the public if you guys want to check it out. It's beautiful inside there. Cathedral is going to be located all the way across this main plaza, looking back to this direction. People in the front can see it right about now. That's the San Fernando Cathedral. Almost 300 years old, still open to the public, really beautiful inside.
3, 2, 1. Oh, perfect. Good, right time.
Street in front of us, that's a Red Cypress Street. That's the biggest and oldest street right here, the San Antonio Riverwalk. Some people say it's about 400 years old and 100 feet tall. Back in the year 1835, there was a Mexican sniper who climbed all the way to the top of the tree.
like that's
He
pretty
is
early
the
to
one
set
who
these
shot
out.
and killed Benjamin Martin. You guys remember I told you we have 2 floodgates to keep this area away from flooding? This green structure in front of us, this is the second floodgate. Only 2 things that makes this floodgate different than the other one. One, it's this one comes out from the top to the bottom like a car garage door. And 2, it's this one is over here. And the other one is over there. Does anybody has any questions? No, good, thank you. Let's move along, everybody. Let's move along. Building in front of us to the left-hand side, right next to the bridge. Back in the year 1921, it used to be the CPS building. This is where San Antonio used to come and pay their utility bills. I can tell none of you guys want to talk about utility bills right now. Well, guess what? Me neither. So instead, I'm going to talk about a cooler building. This tiny little building on my right-hand side, this is the Squire Tavern. This is the oldest bar here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Opened their doors in the year 1933. In fact, they opened their doors as a fully stacked bar exactly 5 minutes right after Prohibition ended. 5 minutes before Prohibition ended, it used to be a barber shop. They said that back in the days, people would come here and get haircuts 7 days a week. I believe those stories, I do. They have the longest wooden bar top in the state of Texas, over 100 feet long. This is where you guys can find Bob every day after work. Just kidding, I actually have another job after this one. In my other job, I'm a babysitter. I am, I gotta babysit those little kids to have a home. Some people like call it parenting, I call it what it is, okay? On my right hand side, you guys gonna, this building on my right hand side, this is the Aztec movie theater. Opened their doors in the year 1926. They no longer play movies in there because nobody wants to watch them. Type of movies that they used to play in there, they were in black and white silent movies. Nobody wants to watch those things.
Eye down the boat. And then as you exit the boat, photogenic photography.
Bridge in front of us, that's the famous Selena Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. If you guys don't know who Selena was, she was a really famous Tejano singer from Corpus Christi back in the years 1900.
The 1900s, up to 1999.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. What is it?
He said like in the 1900s.
No, not here. There's statues of. Yeah, that's well. There is one, but it's on the way in Corpus, the one, the closest one that I know. Yeah, they have a museum over there too of Selena. Have I been inside there? No, I just saw it from the outside. It was close, the one that I showed up there. People often ask, why do they call this the Selena Bridge? Supposedly her boyfriend proposed to her on top of this bridge. Ever since that happened, they call it the Selena Bridge. I don't know if you guys got to watch the movie Selena with Jennifer Lopez. They reenacted that whole scene on top of the bridge. The difference between Selena and Jennifer Lopez is that Jennifer Lopez has been proposed everywhere else. Building on my left-hand side, back in the year 1853, it used to be St. Mary's School for Boys. Only boys were allowed to come to this school back in those years. Who came up with that idea? Then the school got too big, had too many alumni, had to move the campus across town from here. Eventually, it became St. Mary College.
Oh, look, there's water. That's great. Look, there's water. You see the water?
Building I really want to talk to you guys about is going to be the tall building behind this one. Do you guys see the corner of the tall building back there? Okay, now that you guys notice the tall building, I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm going to show you guys an optical illusion. That entire building up there is going to disappear. I know you guys are wondering how. Okay, get ready? Here it goes. That entire building is about to disappear because we're about to be going underneath this bridge in front of us. Everybody looking out like this, like, what? Let me see. Let me see. Look, what did I say? It disappeared. Nobody knows where it went. Nobody. As soon as we come out this other side of this bridge, if you guys look to my left-hand side and look as high as you can, it's going to look like one freestanding wall. In 3 seconds. 3, 2, 2.5, and 1. Now that building right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's the next hospital. This hospital was built in the year 1930. Back in that year, this hospital was the first and only hospital in the entire nation to have air conditioning. A lot of famous people have been born there. Carol Burnett, she's an actress, singer, comedian. She was born there. Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious, she was born there too. Carol Baskin from the TV show Tiger King, she was not born there. Hospital closed their doors in the year 2019. The building is empty for now. Building in front of us, Hyatt Regency Hotel, year built 1981. Before they built this hotel, they had to do shadow testing. Why would they do shadow testing, Bob? That's because they didn't want this building to cast a shadow over the Alamo. After all that shadow testing was done, they realized only 16 stories is the highest it could go. That's where it sits at now. This hotel has one of the most beautiful lobbies right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. They have a series of gardens, water fountains, and waterfalls. They even have a miniature version of the Loveland Bridge inside there. Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I see the boats.
Oh, so beautiful.
On the right hand side above the street level, you guys gonna see Casino Club building. Only casino right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Opened their doors in the year 1927. How it is? Yeah. Yeah, opened their doors in the year 1927. Everybody got so hyped as soon as they heard the word casino. I mean, notice some of you guys, as soon as you heard the word casino, you started like twitching because you just can't wait to go inside there and start gambling. Stop it. Stop it right now. I tell you why. It's just a name. It's not a real casino. There's no gambling inside the building. In fact, the upper level of this building is an apartment complex. If you guys want to move to these apartments, you guys need to put your name on a waiting list. And you're going to be waiting anywhere from 5 to 7 years. What this building used to be back in the days, it was a social club for gentlemen to come hang out afterwards. People often ask, how much are apartments over here? Well, I heard a 1-bedroom apartment goes for about $800 a month. It's not too bad. It's still way out of my budget, but not too bad. I'm looking for something around $350, maybe $400 per month. Hey, I'm a boat captain, okay? Some of you guys noticed already, there's a lot of dining options on this area, lots of them. For example, let's see. Right here on my left hand side, this is a mix between Mexican and American food. Around here we call it Tex-Mex. Here on my right hand side, we got Mexican food. Right over here, Chinese Mexican. On this other side, Italian Mexican. On that corner over that one is barbecue. Mexican. I see you guys already got the appointment now. Welcome to San Antonio. Mexican food everywhere. There's like 25 Mexican restaurants in this little area right here all along. How do I know that? I counted the other day. This tiny little building on my right hand side, this is the Clifford building. Back in the year 1941, architect of the Riverwalk, Mr. Robert Hogman, decided to put his office on this tiny little building on the river level. Only reason why he did this because he wanted to show other business owners that this area was going to be safe from flooding. Guess what? It worked. Not too long after that, the first restaurant opened their doors in the San Antonio Riverwalk in the year 1946. It's going to be Casa Rio on my right hand side. Can any of you guys take a wild guess and tell me what kind of restaurant this is? Wow, you're good. Who would have guessed that? Yes, this is a Mexican restaurant. Remind me later on to give you a sticker, okay? So far, we have going to run one big circle. Everyone will be done except for the flood channel. It is a natural river. It does have a natural river bed. Inside this river, there's a lot of fish, turtles, snakes, snails, crawfish, all kinds of animals inside this river. Water from this river comes about 4.5 miles away from here. It comes from the Edgewater Aquifer. The Edgewater Aquifer, it's a natural underground limestone lake. This lake is so huge. This lake is underneath of us. That's where the water from this river comes from. Then this river travels 240 miles south and ends up with the Gulf of Mexico. This is a real river, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see? If you guys would have brought your passports with you, we could have been on our way to Cancun right now. But you guys didn't. Now we're stuck over here doing circles all day. And check the weather for Cancun right before we took off. It's 91 degrees right now over there. We could have been there in 2 hours. 2 hours.
So we could take the river straight to Cancun, but you got
Building in front of us to the left hand side, Marriott Hotel. Before they built the hotel, there was another hotel in the same exact location. Name of the hotel is the Fairmont Hotel. That hotel was built in the year 1906. Historical building. We cannot demolish historic buildings right here. You know what they did? They left the entire Fairmont Hotel, loaded up in top of 36 dollies, and rolled it down the street 6 blocks away from here. Crazy part of the story is that the Fairmont Hotel is still open. You can still book your rooms online. You can spend the night there. Same hotel, same building, same name, same everything. Only one thing they changed, the address. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see the second tallest observation tower in the United States. Towers of the Americas opened their doors in the year 1968. On top of that tower, they have an observation deck, a bar, and a restaurant that spins around every hour. Now, they say only that restaurant is spins around. But I was up there one time for happy hour from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the bar started spinning too. I was like, what? Even the restaurants were spinning. I was like, man, this place is cool. Alright guys, I have to get serious for this because I am about to talk to you guys about the most important statue of all. Now I'll explain to you guys why I said that. Most important statue of all is the one right in front of us. That it is called the Stargazer. It was given to us 3 years ago by a Mexican artist named Pedro Reyes. She is made out of volcanic rock. Can you guys see what she's holding in her hand? A star. As we're getting closer to her, if you guys look at the center of the star, there's a tiny little hole in the center of the star. So she's looking inside the tiny little hole. She's looking through the tiny little hole. What she's trying to see, what she's trying to figure out, it's when the Dallas Cowboys are gonna make it to the Super Bowl. That's why she look all sad. She's like, man, I don't see nothing here. Let's get at it. I can't believe you guys will say something mean like that. If you're Dallas Cowboys fans, don't you guys worry about it, guys. Next year, okay? Next year. And if it's not next year, it's gonna be the year after that one. Or the next one. Or who knows. One more time, guys, all the way up there on my right hand side above the street level, Towers of Americas. Back in the year 1981, there was a local kid named Tommy Johnson. He was 16 years old. He is the one who set the record for being the person who climbed the staircases the fastest. From the bottom to the top, he did it in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That 16-year-old kid is now 60 years old, and his record still stands. But don't you guys worry about those stairs. They also have elevators. They have elevators in there. I like those better anyways.
Oh yeah, the new turn. What are they called? The new turn?
Okay, was that it? I knew there was a new and an old, but I don't know who
He was like, can you guys please stop swearing?
That's right. That's right, because it was... Yeah, 'cause- hey, I'm trying to make a family-friendly video here.
You guys see the boat in front of us? Do you guys see the people inside the boat? You know what we call those people? Tourists. You know what I call you guys? Celebrities. Aha, you guys like that. But then I wanna talk to you guys. It's gonna be this building right here on my left hand side. This is Lila Cockrell Performing Art Theater. It was built in the year 1968 for the World Hemisphere. What I really wanna show you guys of this building is gonna be the artwork all the way at the top of the building. That thing up there, it's a museum. It's 130 feet long and 22 feet high. The way they created this mosaic, they went all over through Mexico. They collected over 400,000 stones. Each stone is about 1 inch each. They brought them over here and they placed it by hand, one by one, until they completed the entire mosaic. The name of this mosaic is called the Confluence of Civilization. It represents two different civilizations coming together to create the child of the future. Do you guys see the little baby in the center of the mosaic? That was me when I was a little kid. That's what my grandma told me. We're gonna make a U-turn over here in front of us. This is where this section of the river ends. If you guys were to continue walking up this way, past the waterfalls, up the stairs, make a left, you guys ended up at the Tower of the Americas. We're just gonna make a U-turn over here. Have you guys seen the movie The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? This is what we're doing right now. Only difference between us and the movies that we're doing this about 100 times slower, okay? This U-turn is gonna take so long, we can probably sing like 3 entire Britney Spears songs by the time we're done with this U-turn. Oops, I did it again. Hey, 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 hey. That's what they found out from that song. Some of you guys been wondering, how come that this boat is so quiet? How come that you guys cannot hear the turbo diesel engine on this boat? Oh, that's because I don't have one of those, okay? This thing is more like a Tesla. This thing is electric. I plug in this boat at night before I go home. I leave this boat charging all night long, just like yourself. These boats represent different things. There's a boat that has the boat eagle on the side of the paddles. That one represents the military that we've been having here in San Antonio for almost 300 years. If you are or if you have served the military, I want to say thank you for your service. So I appreciate what you do. Hey, what? Yeah, I agree with you. Need a all-you-can-drink margarita machine right over here. Do people fall inside the river? Yes, every day. Behind the trees in front of us, you guys will find River Center Mall. Second largest mall here in San Antonio, opened their doors in the year 1988. Inside, over 1 million square foot of shopping. Inside the mall, you guys will find the Louis Vuitton store, the Gucci store, the Prada store, the Michael Kors. I see all the ladies look around with me, get smile on their faces right now. But you know what? I was just kidding. They don't have any of those stores inside there. Only store that I don't have inside there is the liquor store, okay? Now, if you guys are Lego fans that do have Legoland, they have a Sea Life Aquarium, they've been having IMAX movie theater that has been playing the same movie for many, many, many years. Name of the movie is The Alamo, the Price of Freedom. 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 Freedom.
Hello.
I remember when I had my first beer. It depends. They do those sections. They do it once a year, but so like every section gets drained every 2 to 3 years. Every section, yes. I don't know. They don't let us be here when they do that. No, I'm just kidding. They find cell phones. They find chairs, the little scooters that people be riding up on the street levels. They find those over there. The things that they never seem to find is money or jewelry. Nobody ever dropped those things in the river. But lots of cell phones for sure. Over there where the restaurant area is at, they find a lot of silverware. There's a lot of silverware they find over there by the restaurant section. You guys see the guy in front of us? Nah, that one. The other one. The one that's holding the baby with the six-pack. That's St. Anthony de Padua. It was gifted to us in the year 1968 by the country of Portugal. St. Anthony in Spanish is San Antonio. That's what they named this city after. That's what they renamed this river after. That's what the guy right over there. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys gonna see behind the trees, you guys gonna see a beautiful tower that looks like a princess castle. That beautiful tower up there, it is the St. Joseph Church. It was built back in the year 1868. German immigrants who settled this area, they wanted a place where they can worship God on their own native language. That's why they built a church. Until this day, on the first Sunday of every month, choir still sings in their native language. Also open to the public if you guys want to check it out. It's beautiful inside there. Let's see who's driving the boat in front of us. Oh, it's that lady. The lady driving the boat in front of us, she's a legend around here. She, there right now.
There's a building there in 1906, Brother Fairmont. Very
She got Employee of the Year in 1943. That's a legend. Building in front of us to the left hand side, that's the Hilton Palacio del Rio. It's a hotel that was built in the year 1968. What makes this hotel really cool is that they built this entire hotel in less than 7.5 months. They built this entire hotel in 7 months and 12 days to be exact. How did they do that? It's called modular construction. So what happened was they built each hotel room about 8 miles away from here, and before they loaded each room in the back of a flatbed truck to bring the rooms to this location, they have already fully furnished the rooms with the bed, the mattress, the blankets, the sheets, the pillows, the nightstand, the bubblegum nightstand, the toilet paper, everything was already inside those rooms. By the time the rooms arrived to this location, only thing they had to do, lift up the roofs, the crane, and place them one on top of each other. So, 7 months and 12 days. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see a red structure. That red structure up there, it is the Torch of Friendship. It was gifted to us in the year 2002 by the Mexican government. It represents the friendship between the United States and Mexico. We're going to make a stop over there before we make a left. Only reason why we're making a stop is because I got to make sure there's no other boats coming to crash with us. I'm not trying to cast this scene like the one from the Titanic. And then she said, Jack, I will never let go. And you know what she did? No, she didn't let go. She pushed him. You know what that tells you, right, boys? You need to learn how to swim. Either that or don't fall inside the water when you're with your girl. Alright guys, it looks like we are back to where we started. If you guys know what it means this is the end of this boat tour. Please everybody remain seated. I'll let you guys know when it's safe to stand up next to the boat. All I want to say to you guys, thank you very much for coming along this boat tour. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to be your boat captain for today. Last but not least, tips are accepted. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys don't have cash with you, don't you guys worry about it. I got you. I said, big more in cash man. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. And the crowd goes wild. Yes, sir. Please, everybody, give me a favor, look around yourself. Make sure you guys have all of your belongings with you. If you guys do leave something behind, you guys can find it later on tonight on eBay. I'm gonna post it up for sale. Just kidding. Now let me park inside this boat out here before you guys can stand up and next to this boat.
All right. How was it, Ollie?